Gary, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Dr. Cloud. What an honor to be part of your show. I've read most of your books, and the last one I read, Necessary Ending, has helped me end a relationship that was not healthy.
Oh,
But I recently read
good.
another book about attachment theory, and I discovered about myself I tend to be the anxious attached, and I get attracted to the avoidant, meaning I want to get closer, and when we get closer, they want more space. And I recently met a lady recently,
Now,
and
do
that
do they
pattern is
want more
playing out
space
again.
because do they want more space because they have that personality, or do they want more space because in your anxiousness, are you crowding them or pressuring them or smothering them in some way?
That's the part I have a hard time detecting. I want to spend more time together. I feel sometimes they find reasons. Well, I'm not ready for a relationship. I like you. Let's get to know each other very slow. And that makes me feel, how come I'm getting more interested in this person and they want to slow down more and more? Days that I want to spend time, they find, well, maybe not today, maybe some other day. And it makes me feel, am I
Maybe some
missing?
other day, or yeah, I'd like to do that. I can't do it today, but I'd like to do that on Saturday or something. Is it maybe, and you feel like they're trying to like kind of pull away from you, but aren't really saying
They are willing to reschedule from other days, but sometimes that can be 4 or 5 days from now. And for me,
it.
I'm like, okay, it's been
Well,
3 months.
well,
We're
Gary,
talking. Why?
wait a minute. You haven't seen her in 3 months?
No, we've been talking for 3 months.
Well, I mean, let me get a baseline here. Somebody's been dating for 3 months and they take a few days where they have their own lives and they're not seeing each other necessarily. That that doesn't seem abnormal to me, but you're perceiving it as she's being avoidant.
Because it's been my patterns where
Yeah.
I get attracted to girls that they're always hesitant. And even her, I feel sometimes she's been questioning. She's more charismatic and not, even though we're both Christian. So she's like, oh, I'm not sure if that could be a problem. Then she said, I don't cry easily. And she's questioning if that, and I feel she's questioning a lot of things that are not major deal breakers. So it makes me wonder,
Well,
is it her fear of intimacy?
they're not major deal breakers to you. You don't care if
Okay.
she's evangelical, cessationalist, or charismatic, but she does. Right. So
Yeah.
here,
I guess I assumed that could be worked out.
well, you can't really assume that. That would be a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
I mean, seriously,
Well, that's good to know.
I mean, not everybody might have that, but but an expression of faith if you're talking about marriage, doesn't have to be identical, but I would want somebody kind of generally walking in the same direction as me. That could be a deal breaker. It could be. For other people, it's not. I'm not trying to say what should or shouldn't be. Here's what I'm trying to do. I want you to begin to think about maybe normalizing somebody else's experience, because this will also help with the kind of the anxious attachment thing. Okay. Because here's what happens with people, and I hope you're hearing this as helpful and not critical. But when you have an anxious attachment style, and however people mean that, the term gets thrown around a lot, but it basically means that you're kind of like vigilant, looking for, oh my gosh, am I getting abandoned? Am I getting rejected? Does she not like me? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So your brain is always scanning, right?
That,
Well,
that's correct.
if we're always scanning, we're going to always find something that we could read that way. People with secure attachment sort of assume, the world loves me and she'll be there in 5 days after she does her own thing. And they don't make the assumption that that means that she doesn't like me or whatever. So I would suggest a couple of things. I want you to start to think about maybe normalizing in a relationship somebody having an experience that's different than yours, and doesn't necessarily mean something negative, because a good
Okay.
relationship means allowing somebody else to be who they are. And then, you ready for this? Then, instead of using that to become afraid or judging it in terms of, oh, that means something negative, get curious about that. Get curious about that. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you an
What
example.
do you mean by that?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you an example. I want you to be her and I'm going to be you. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. So,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to hang out tomorrow?
I'm not available today.
Today or tomorrow? No, I was talking about tomorrow.
Well, how about we maybe this weekend, maybe Sunday or
Yeah, Sunday's great. Um, Let me ask you a question though. So, we've been together a while. Sometimes I feel like, we hung out today and I'd want to hang out tomorrow. Sometimes it seems like when I ask you, you'd like to have a little more, time to yourself or whatever. Tell me, tell me, it sounds like we're sort of different there. So how do you, how do you decide that? Do you like, is, does it feel like, we have too much time together? You want more time for yourself in general, or what is it you want? And just get to know her. Just start asking. Just say, we're kind of different in that, but explain it to me from your side. And then she
okay?
might say, well, I got a lot going on. I got these goals and this, that, and the other. And you learn, oh, and then you learn that separateness maybe doesn't mean that you're not liked. And then you get more secure. Or you might learn, well, I do really think we're moving a little too fast, faster than I want to, and I'd like to slow it down a little bit. And then you can respond to that and say, okay, I can respect that. Let's go, but then you're talking. I want to get you out of your head and into the talking about what the reality is. And the other thing is, I'd suggest you go see a good therapist about your attachment styles and begin to resolve that so you can have the kind of relationship you want, because you sound like a guy with a heart that really wants a good relationship.
I do.
Yeah,
And
that's
you think
cool.
that can be resolved, the attachment style, that can we can grow out of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've seen it 80,463 billion and 8 times. Maybe that number is not exactly right, but yes, absolutely. I wouldn't be doing
Okay.
this if I didn't think we could change. Good night. Anytime you hear people say, well, people don't change, BS. Not true. Not true. Not true. Some people don't change,
Well, thank
but it's not true that people can't
well,
change. Okay. All right. Thank you for your
well,
call
thank you
and
so
good
much for
luck. You're very, very welcome. And as you're processing that, a lot of times in our relationships, as we've heard many times today, we're in different places. How do you get on the same page? It doesn't always mean that you agree, but you are agreeing on, we're working from the same set of facts. We're working from the same set of assumptions. We're working from the same set of expectations. We may have very different perspectives about those, but we're on the same page. Doesn't mean we always agree, but at least we understand that our understanding of each other, we're both understanding the issues to be what they are. Then we can start to resolve things.